GCC has the programs to prepare you for jobs that are in high demand. Take advantage of high-quality curriculum, excellent faculty, experimental learning, and great facilities. Join us at GCC and be the game changer you've always wanted to be. To learn more, visit genesee.edu/physed. Good afternoon, Mark Tillery for the Batavia Daily News, and I'm here with our Batavia Daily News Athlete of the Week, Oakfield-Alabama Track's Paige Harding. Paige, congrats on being awarded our Athlete of the Week honors.
Thank you.
Great to have you with us. I'm going to start these questions off whenever you're ready.
All right, sounds good.
What sparked your remarkable performance this season?
Yes, so kind of last year was kind of a tough year, junior year being kind of one of the most important years for recruiting and college-wise. I ended up having a stress fracture in my shin all year. I was still able to make it to states for indoor and outdoor. But after that, we kind of had to skip nationals, take some time to get healthy, and then spent a lot of the summer getting back to where I was, back to the speed and stuff and strength that I was at. And that's kind of been a driving force this season. Is I haven't had a healthy season since, we were just talking about it the other day, since like my sophomore year. So this year we've been healthy pretty much for most of it, and we're hoping for some big stuff this season so far.
That's great. So this pretty much answers my number 2 question here is, do you feel that you've made significant progress compared to last season?
Yeah, so last season's kind of hard to base it off of just because of being hurt. It was just kind of going meet by meet, getting me down the runway, making it through the meet, not worse than I was. So this season we've kind of been putting stuff together, and I got a lot stronger and faster over the summer, and in pole vaulting I'm on some pretty big poles. So just trying to figure out how to use those and be able to actually use the poles that I'm on, even though I'm significantly lower in weight than I like the poles are. I'm like 30 pounds below what they are. So that makes them a lot harder to use. So just trying to put it together. And once it's all together, it should be some pretty big jumps here in the future in the next few meets, we're hoping.
How else did you prepare during this off season to ensure that you'd be successful this year?
Yes, so time off was huge. I'm not the type of person that likes to take time off, but I kind of realized the importance of that. So coming out of outdoor season last year, pretty much the day or two after the state meet, I took about a month off, which was really hard for me personally, but then started to get back into things. It was a lot more speed training than I was used to, a lot more shorter sprints. Completely changed up my training plan to figure out something with my coach that was going to work to get me into an even better spot than I was before I got hurt. So I had trained all summer, and then kind of end of the summer, I took more time off just to take some time away from the sport and get ready to go into fall and winter training. And that ended up going really well. And then we kind of got into indoor season, and the first few meets back, ended up being on way bigger poles than we had expected. And we're just trying to train to get to where I can use them. I'm on poles that a lot of collegiate athletes are on, or some female pole vaulters don't even have the chance to be on. So hitting that in high school is definitely a big change, but once we figure it out, I should be set to go.
What is your top personal goal for this season?
Yeah, so I mean, our biggest goal was honestly just to stay healthy. We joke, even though some of my meets haven't been the best, just trying to figure out everything, and we say that at least I'm healthy at the end of it. But some of the biggest goals has just been able to be consistent at meets in practice. I've put up some pretty big heights, but everything kind of changes when you go to a meet, and I have to be on such big poles that I'm not necessarily on in practice, just because you can't reproduce adrenaline. So we've just been trying to work on being consistent. And I actually just came from practice. I got home about 10 minutes ago. Just working on stuff like that in practice to try and reproduce the same thing at a meet. And that's pretty much it.
What goals have you guys set for yourselves as a team this year?
Yeah, so we have a pretty big team. I think Bueller said this is the biggest team we had so far. I think this will be our 4th year of indoor, coming back from when they had it. And each year we've been able to place second at sectionals as the girls team. So We have some pretty good people to be able to fill in some events. We didn't lose too many people last year. We lost some distance runners in the past 2 years, but we've got some good distance runners coming up. So hopefully just trying to get closer and closer to that sectional spot. And then hopefully with me being healthy this year, I'll be able to help out my team a little bit more than just pole vaulting. We'll see. I might try and sneak into a different event as long as things go well till that championship season, but just trying to score as many points as we can as a team.
Paige, when reflecting back in the season, what do you think will stand out as your proudest achievement or even moment?
Yeah, so this season, honestly, it has not gone the way that we expected. We were expecting probably some bigger heights right off of the bat, but just that didn't end up happening with the poles I was on, which I guess that is probably one of my biggest achievements, even though it's a lot of things that necessarily people that aren't pole vaulters wouldn't understand, but the poles and stuff that I'm on and able to use is definitely a huge accomplishment. And then we're looking forward to hopefully in the next few meets as we move into championship season that we see some of those higher heights and putting more things together. And my practices have been super promising of that. So it's just hopefully putting that together in a meet and then making it to the state meet would be great.
What, Paige, what are your plans once this season wraps up?
Yeah, so obviously I'll do outdoor track. So moving into outdoor track, that'll just be more using the poles that I'm on, trying to get those higher heights. And then after that, I'll be going on to college. So my goal is to be a doctor of osteopathic medicine. So lots of school ahead of me. I'll have medical school and everything like that, but definitely will be pole vaulting in college. So that's been a huge importance and priority over the past few months. I've gotten accepted into most of the schools that I applied to, still waiting on a few of them. But we're kind of waiting to see how these next few meets go and how the indoor season finishes up, and then hopefully making a decision soon after that.
Paige,
Mm-hmm.
that's it for my questions. Is there anyone you'd like to give a special shout out to or any closing comments before we wrap this Athlete of the Week segment?
Yeah, I'll just say thank you to my coaches, Alex Curran. He's the one that does all of my training plan, Next Step Vault Club. Uh, like I said, this season hasn't necessarily gone how we thought it would, but we've learned a lot. He's been able to keep me healthy, so that's a huge thing. And then Nate Crane, he's another one of my coaches. He's been to a few of my meets. And then Coach Bueller, our head coach at Oakfield, just thank you to him for putting up with all of my craziness I've always got going on and putting stuff in practice just for me, giving me time to be able to do what I need to do. And just the rest of my team for always being supportive.
Once again, your Batavia Daily News Athlete of the Week, Oakfield-Alabama track and fields, Paige Harding. Paige, congratulations once again and best of luck for the rest of the season.
Thank you so much.